Hello and welcome to another exciting development diary for Breathing Simulator. Today's episode is extremely exciting because I added I've been playing with gas physics, right? I was like making sure that everyone can breathe. Then I'm thinking like, okay, well, how does he die? And I decided that what I want to do with the dipstick is make a organ called the brain and have the controller script be attached to the brain and make the brain immortal, completely indestructible, and just have that brain organ represent the player connection to the actor and by extension anything the actor is in, but more specifically the head. Like if the head were to get detached, I'd even give the head locomotion so that it can roll around before the head dies of oxygen. But the brain will never die, and the body will. The heart organ is going to have health in the body, and if things prohibit it from breathing correctly, be it pressure or temperature or air content or damage or whatever, loss of blood is the main thing I was thinking of. Like, okay, your body gets physically destroyed, but that doesn't really kill you. Somebody can surgically take off all your arms and legs, and you will be just fine, technically. But what really kills you is loss of blood, because if you don't have blood, you don't have pressure, and your veins and your heart can't get oxygen around. The ancient Egyptians thought the heart was the source of life as opposed to the brain, and what's good enough for the ancient Egyptians is good enough for me. So I'm going to be having the same rule. Your limbs will have damage, hit points for burn and blunt, but only certain things will cause you to lose blood. Uh, like limbs will lose their functionality, but really it's oxygen deprivation that stops the source of life. Whereas the brain, I'm just going to treat magically and say the brain can never be destroyed no matter what. And as I was pondering this, as I was pondering damage, I realized if I have blood, I want it to spill. I want blood to be everywhere. I want there to be hallways filled with blood. In my dreams, I see oceans of blood, and I need to replicate that in Breathing Simulator. So, after painstakingly researching more chemistry and shit, I have added liquids, and I'll show you my simulation of liquids, or at least the early implementations of liquids. I should say that I have a general associates of arts. That's it. I studied like literature and shit. I never did physics, so I'm in way over my head, like with water. Get it? Because I'm making water. Anyways, I'm gonna start the simulation with a pause because it's gonna even out really fast. I click play, and as you can see, it's sort of uneven, the water, and that's because I was having a really hard time getting this set up right. I was thinking, why the fuck isn't there more water? And I very much so doubted my mathematics, but then I looked it up and I realized that while the air may have 100 moles of nitrogen and 25 moles of oxygen, when you compress that down to a liquid, it's really not that much. The gases that are all around us are like a liter of fluid if it were compressed. So when I added 100 moles of water to my simulation, I was shocked by how little was actually there. So what you're looking at is each tier is an additional 2,500 moles, many times the actual air in the space above it. And for each tier, it goes up another 2,500 moles, which is why it looks like a very even staircase. And when I unpause it, it very, very quickly evens out. And in a real situation, when this is, and the reason why it's uneven is because of insignificant digits. I'm gonna have to even all that out. I'm just very happy to finally get this working and working so well. I mean, despite how weird it looks, the actual math is all there, and it seems to be working just fine. and I'll be playing around with it. And eventually I'll make it so that I can crush the actors into pools of blood that will flow exactly like this, as I've seen in my dreams. Thank you for watching.